Good evening, everybody. This is me again in my bright, glowing office lights. Sorry, just turning the volume up to see how it goes for this evening. Gonna have a little bit of a humour this evening. Going to talk about Candace Owens, American influencer. Wanna be, God knows, don't know what she wants to be. Someone who, if you run her through the neutral and unbiased website called PolitiFacts, the majority of her social media posts are either false or largely false. Is now on social media declaring that the US has to send in troops to free Australia, and then of course in a attempt at deflection of their own faults and their own issues, we've got Mr. Cruz and Mr. Rubio all jumping on the bandwagon and saying free Australia. Well, in the famous words of Magda Szubanski as Lynn, dear pet, oh love, candy pet, stay in your lane. You have no clue what's going on in this end of the world. If Australia had followed the US model in regards to COVID, then we would have around 50,000 of our own people dead when we take the population comparisons. As it is, we have less than 2,000. So don't think she knows what she's talking about. In all honesty, she is a very dangerous influencer. She's a young, female, black, so is aligns with all the oppressed minorities. She's also extremely well educated, but the problem is that she's teed up with the patriarchal oppressors. Her husband is CEO of Parler, and if you don't know what Parler is, it's a social media site for squeaky white, patriotic, extremist, white wing males. She's just a very dangerous all-rounder, and the fact that Cruz and Rubio have jumped on board with her as well. Now, Australia doesn't need freeing. Australia actually has their major cities have come out of lockdown already. As I said, we've got less than 2,000 instead of the 50,000 if we'd followed the US model. And our government actually financially supported our population to a fairly good extent during lockdown. Now, that's not to say people haven't done it tough. Yes, they have, but we weren't seeing the mass defaults that you were experiencing in the US. People weren't losing their homes and everything to pay medical bills. So the government was giving quite a it wasn't generous, but it also meant that people could exist until such time as COVID passed. Now, as a country, we've now, total population, got nearly 80% of our population double dosed. Some areas are over the 90% single dose. Some areas are nearly 100% single dose, which says the Australian population believes in vaccination, and that's how we're going to get out of being in lockdowns, which we are now out of because we've reached those vaccination rates. So, Canvas, dear, pet, candy, love, back off. So I just wanted to ask a couple of questions of the cards tonight in regards to Ms. Owens. First of all, she has sworn black and blue that she's not vaccinated, will never get vaccinated. She travels extensively, claims that none of her staff have been forced to be vaccinated and in fact aren't vaccinated. Now, I'm sorry, that doesn't ring true. It's like the mob at Fox rabbiting on about anti-vaccination, vaccinations are bad, it's evil government, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? The Fox teams have mandatory vaccinations. They're not allowed to work on the premises unless they're vaccinated, yet they still spout the anti-vax message. Now, I've got my suspicions that Miss Owens is fully vaxxed, her staff are fully vaxxed, but she will not admit it. So I just want to have a quick read, very quick. This might even be a less than 10-minute video. That'll be unusual for me, but I just want to have a quick read. Is Candace Owens COVID vaccinated? Is Candace Owens COVID vaccinated? Is Candace Owens COVID vaccinated? Let's have, I'll just tell the cards which I'm going to do. I'm going to do a 4-card draw. Is Candace Owens COVID vaccinated? The American extreme white wing so-called influencer. Do have to wonder who falls under her spells, but is Candace Owen, I'll do a 4-card draw, vaccinated? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got a cat joining me on the table. Okay, the signifier card is the 7 of Swords, the liar. Oh. This is cheeky, also known as sneaks. Coming for a cuddle, aren't you, sweet? Yeah, come on. Off we hop. Off we hop till Mum's finished. There we go. So, the liar, basically. Deceiver, thief in the camp. You've got the fox down the front here. Do I need to pull another 3? I'll pull them. Okay. Next, Knight of Pentacles, the mercenary. The signifies the Hierophant, right? This is the systems, also influence. That's the influencer. So, several meanings, as all cards do. Can mean government, legal, religious systems. Can also mean influence. So to me, that's the influencer, the mercenary influencer. Knight of Pentacles, she's doing it for money. 7 of Cups, illusion, delusion. She's deluded. She's deluded. She's doing it for influencing. She's doing it for money, and she's lying to the people. Simple as that. Okay, next question. Again, very quickly, just a 3-card draw. Will she be exposed as the fake she is? Oh, I can't believe Cruz and Rubio jumped on that bandwagon, but they've done it purely to distract from their own failings. So I'm not even going to go there. That's their only reason. Will Candace Owen be exposed as the fake she is? Will Candace Owen be exposed as the fake she is? I was looking at the whiskers on the side here. Okay, will Candace Owen be exposed? Pet, love, candy. Oh, I can't do it nearly as well as Magda can. Look up Magda Szubanski, Lynn, love, pet. Will Candace Owen be exposed as the fake she is? 4-card draw, please, cards. 4-card draw. 4-card draw, please. Right. Signifier card. She's going to find this carrying of the lies, or the carrying of the messages that she's saying, is going to become extremely burdensome, as she's proven, as she's being exposed. Queen of Pentacles, this is her sitting pretty with her money. But the 10 of Swords, complete and utter downfall. So she thinks she's sitting pretty because she's got money behind her. Her husband is Squeaky White, UK Lord, as I said, the CEO of Parlour. Just, I don't know how she reconciles it with herself. Anyhow, so we've got the burden of her messages. She thinks she's sitting pretty, but it will be her downfall. And then she will be forced to move on from the truth. So yeah. Yes. Queen of Cups. She usually has a secret to reveal. So yes, she is going to be exposed. I don't think it's going to cost her anything. I think she's just going to move on. And that's all I have to say. So Candace, worry about the problems in your own country where things like a heart goes out to Alec Baldwin, where a movie star is handed a gun, accidentally shoots a co-worker and kills them. Horrendous news, calls for change, intense investigations, blah, 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 blah. But when there is a school shooting where dozens of unknown children are killed, not a peep. So look after your own country first. Don't worry about Australia. We're sitting pretty and we're doing fine without you. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.